right. Sorry about that, folks. Seems like my computer must have died. So we're on the fidgety phone. Hope that works out. Let's see here. Glad I had that at hand. Literally. So there you go. That's how it works, right? So go ahead, we're in our cross-legged seated positions, maybe sitting on your little blanket here, crossing your legs in opposite from your normal. And let's just go ahead and shake it out, release it. Ms. McGee, can you come over here, please, doll? Come over here. And just go ahead and inhale, circle sweep your arms up, overhead, looking up, and exhale for a small little twist, bringing your left hand onto your right knee, bringing your right hand behind your sacrum for a little bit of warming up your spine for a twist. And breathe. Each time you inhale, you can release a little, and exhale, twist a little bit more. Nice flat back, let it be nice and long, opening up each vertebrae. Inhale, open up, arms up in the air, come back to center, and exhale, let's twist to the other side. Just warming up the spine, getting more of that yummy synovial fluid moving through each vertebrae. Think of the synovial fluid as it's like a viscosity, like an oil kind of. So we're literally lubricating our joints. So, you know, it's always super. Inhale, back up to center, and let's cross over to the other side one more time. It's like keeping oil in your car, right? So that's always the number one thing that all of my mechanics, my dad, and all my guy friends, not to say there aren't lady mechanics, it's just I know my male friends and all my car freaks, that's the number one thing, is to keep everything lubricated. Inhale back to center and exhale to the other side. So that's what we're doing with our synovial fluid. We're keeping things moving. That's why it's so important to keep moving every single day. Keep breathing and keep lubricated, keep moving. That way we're not like the Tin Man. And inhale, come back up to center, and exhale, release both hands onto the ground. We're gonna go ahead and inhale, left arm up over to the side, and exhale, bend over, keeping both sits bones on the ground. So if you start to pop up a little bit, I'm obviously exaggerating, then come out of your arm a little bit, and then pour over, opening up left side body. If you start to dump in down towards the ground, take your flashlight on your sternum and in this breastbone in between, and shine it up high to the sky. Good. And breathe. Inhale back up to center, placing your left palm down. Inhale, right arm up, and exhale all the way over to the other side. Opening up the fascia, not fascia, but the fascia. Inhale back up to center, and exhale to the other side. I'm so excited to watch this video that I actually entered a contest and I won. What? I got a free viewing. Only I think it was like 6 of us got a video of a free training on fascia, which I am super excited about. We'll inhale and come back up, and exhale to the other side. Fascia is my jam. It's like all of the connective tissue that is inside our whole body. So like, let's say, you know, like when we're mummified, that's the fascial tissue. That's what's left over is fascia tissue. That's the connective tissue. It has its own brain and has its own system that works through our body to keep us vital and moving. And we'll come back to center. Inhale, bring your shoulders up, nice and tall. Squeeze them up towards your ears and then roll them down and back. And we'll do that one more time. Inhale, bringing your shoulders up towards your ears, and exhale, opening up your chest and release. Oh, let's do that one more time. This direction, just because it feels so good. And let's go in the opposite direction, bringing them back up and forward. And one last time. We seem to do things in a pattern of 3. All right, and go ahead, and we're just going to pour our head over. I like to imagine that I have sand pouring from the top of my head, maybe drawing my left hand down a little bit, getting a little bit extra length in my neck, and you can take your opposite hand and guide your head just a little bit more. Maybe taking your left hand and walking it behind you just a little bit to see if you get a little bit more of a stretch in different areas of your neck. My neck is extremely tight. How about yours? I think it was all those years of head banging, and we'll go ahead and release and drop to the other side. Too much head banging and crowd surfing. Oh, and all of those other activities over the years. All the dancing, all the running, mountain bike racing. Just acting a fool, really. Yeah, this is my tender side, so I don't even really need an extra pull. How about you? Does one side feel more interesting than the other? Oh, we'll come back to center, and we'll go for a little neck roll. Inhaling as you're coming up, and remember not to crunch your neck all the way back so you don't scrunch up your spinal cord and the vertebrae behind. And inhale, come back up to center. And roll your shoulders backward. Here's a nice way. This is for if you're sitting at your desk for some cat-cow. So let's say you can't get up. Let's say you are actually in the office and you need a little bit of stretch. You can go ahead and go and do a cat-cow. So making a C with your belly. I'm going to turn to the side and move this so I can turn a little bit easier. So let's say we're sitting at our desk, at our computer, in our chair, and you just need a little bit of a roll. So going into your cat, making a Halloween cat, and then inhaling, coming up, opening up your chest for your cow. This is where your belly's pushing forward, opening up your chest, open up your throat chakra. And go back into another cat. Can you feel that? And come back into your cow. We'll do that one more time. Into your Halloween cat. Just warming up the spine, warming up the body. Getting things moving. Get it? I'm in my cow. We're moving. And come back to center point. Go ahead and kick your feet behind you into all fours and roll over your toes into a downward facing dog, and pedaling out your feet left and right, right and left. See what feels good in your body. Maybe coming out of your arms a little bit more, pushing up here, hoisting your hips higher to the sky. If you can get your feet all the way flat on the ground in your downward facing dog, step your feet back a little bit. Step them back and maybe even a little bit more, and that way you can get a little bit more length in your shoulders, opening up all of this part of your body here. I think we've talked about it before, your Superman muscles, your teres, opening up side body, opening up whole backside body, lengthening out your spine, lengthening out your hamstrings, lengthening out your calves, your gastrocnemius. And inhale, right leg lifts high to the sky, as high as you can. And exhale, bring it knee to nose. And placing your right foot on the mat, bringing your left shin down for a low lunge. And we'll come right here and sink forward, opening up your left hip, pulling right hip back, left hip forward. Sitting at the desk is just murder on hip flexors. So let's lengthen, strengthen, give them some room to move. Oh, McGee. Go ahead and we'll curl over your back toes and push up into a crescent lunge. I'm not sure if you can see because I'm on my phone now. And then inhale your arms up nice and long. Make sure that your front knee is tracking over your second toe. So if you're too far out, too far in, make sure that your second toe or your knee is over your second toe. Pushing up out of the ball of your foot maybe a little bit more. Inhaling, drawing your arms up higher to the sky. Good. Let's open it up for a warrior two. I'm going to turn around so you can see into our warrior two. Good. Make sure your front heel is in the middle of your back foot and sink down a little bit more. Arms nice and wide. Inhale, flip your front palm, lean forward. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Good. And breathe. Inhale a little bit longer. And exhale, we'll super sweep both arms down to the mat. Step it back, high plank pose. Push your heels to the back wall. Engaging your abdomen, engaging your core. And push it back, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, left leg lifts, high to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. In our cat for a low lunge. Bringing your right shin down onto the mat. You can always bring your palms onto your knees or inhale them all the way up, high to the sky. Woo-wee. And here I was thinking it was my left hip flexor that was so tight. Surprise! And breathe. Right hip forward, left hip back, sink a little bit more. Curling over your back toes, coming up into a high crescent lunge. Pushing onto the ball of the back foot. Really opening it up. Good, and breathe. And open it up, warrior two. So have your back foot, let it come parallel to the back of your mat. So front leg just stays. All you do is just literally, it's like Olivia Newton-John when she has her high heels on at the end of Grease, right? And she takes her cigarette and she squashes it out. That's what you're going to do. You're just going to turn your foot, squash that cigarette, and open it up for your warrior two. Super powerful pose right here. Inhale your front palm, lean forward. Exhale, reverse your warrior. You can look up, keeping your chin a little bit tucked in. So you're looking up at your thumb. If that's too much on your neck, you can always look to the side or look back at your back leg. We're going to go ahead and circle sweep both arms down to the mat. Step it back, high plank pose. Holding here. Good. And lean forward, bringing your knees down and slowly lowering all the way down to the mat. Bring your feet together, zippering up with one cobra tail. Draw your arms back a little bit, down towards your, around your 11th rib. And go ahead and release all your air out. And then inhale, using just your back muscles, lift your chest up. See if you can lift your hands up. Maybe bring your arms back. Just lift them up. Maybe lift up one more vertebrae. And exhale, release all the way onto the mat. Take a breath, push it back. Child's pose. Knees nice and wide, toes to touch in the back. Let your arms come nice and long. Now this might be a little bit too much for you. Some of you might be up a little bit. That's okay. You can be here. Or bringing your knees a little bit more parallel and come into puppy pose. Same, but different. See what feels good in your body. If this is too much in the child's pose to come all the way down, that's okay. You can always put a block under your booty, and then alternative. Bring your knees in parallel. Bringing your forehead to the mat. And breathe. Good. We'll come, inhale, come onto all fours, and push it back. Downward facing dog. Let's do one more flow. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, knee to nose. Place it down on the mat, low lunge. Inhale, come up. Exhale, sink forward. Good. Let's do a little twist. Let's inhale our arms up and exhale. Swing your right arm back, left arm forward. Good. Inhale, come up. Exhale, push it back. High crescent lunge. Open up warrior two. Inhale, flip reverse. Exhale, super sweep all the way down to the mat. High plank pose. Inhale, lean forward. Exhale, low plank pose. Come all the way down to the mat. Inhale, up for a baby cobra. Exhale, release. Push it back. Child's or puppy pose. Inhale onto all fours. Exhale, push it back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, knee to nose. Place it down, low lunge. Inhale, torso up. Good, breathe, sink. Oh, maybe sing, opening up your hips, rolling over your back toes. High crescent lunge. Open up warrior two. Inhale, flip reverse. Exhale, super sweep both arms down to the mat. High plank pose. Now you can intensify or modify as much as you need to. So if you feel like, oh, I want to have one leg up and lower down into a chaturanga, come all the way down. Inhale, up, baby cobra. Exhale, push it back. Child's pose. Let's let it flow really fast this time. Inhale, come up. Down dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, knee to nose. Low lunge. Inhale, come up. Take a breather. Inhale, the arms nice and long. Push it up into a high crescent lunge. Open up. Warrior two. Inhale, flip, reverse. Exhale, super sweep, high plank pose. Intensify or modify as much as you need to. Come all the way down. Inhale, up. Exhale, push it back, child's pose or puppy pose. Inhale onto all fours. Exhale, downward facing dog, other side. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, knee to nose, low lunge. Inhale, torso up. Take a breather. Inhale, nice and long. Push it back, crescent lunge. Open up, warrior two. Inhale, flip your palm, reverse your warrior. Exhale, super sweep all the way down. High to low, let it flow. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, push it back, child's pose. Good. And just breathe here in your child's. Taking a few deep breaths. Taking a moment to thank yourself for showing up, being here, being fully present. And sink back a little bit more. Inhale, coming up onto all fours. And go ahead and swing your legs out nice and long. Pulling your booty out from underneath. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Don't feel like you have to have your back flat here. You can go ahead and round. Have a nice soft bend in your knee. Maybe your knees need to be bent this much. Just to fold over. As long as you're still feeling the lengthening in your spine, in your hammies. Pushing through your heels, see if you can lengthen out your legs a little bit more. Good, and go ahead and walk up and release. We're gonna come back into a reverse tabletop, so placing both feet hip width distance on the floor, arms behind. Exhale everything out, and inhale into reverse table. Good. Opening up the shoulders. Keep breathing. And exhale, release your booty onto the mat. See if you can grab your toes. Balance up on your sits bones. Woo! Maybe it's just one leg nice and long. Can you get two legs nice and long and keep your back nice and long? Whoa! And if you fall out, come right back in, or do one leg and do the other leg, or both legs. Bring it in, both knees in towards your chest, curl into a nice tight little ball, releasing your feet onto the mat, slowly rolling down all the way into a Shavasana. One hand on your heart, one hand on your belly, closing your eyes, taking a moment. And just notice how you're feeling from when we started just a few minutes ago. Noticing your breath, noticing your mind. Just checking in, just observing, taking notice. And know that you always have this at any time to access. You just need what I call a taco time out, or a union break, or, oh my gosh, my brain is just so scattered, I don't even know what to do. Change it up, move your body, get the oxygen moving, get the blood flowing, cleanse out any of the nar, create space for love, light, freedom, fluidity. Let the synovial fluid move through. Your lymph system is moving, the white blood cells, the cleaners. Take as much time as you need here. When you're ready, rolling over. If you're doing this during the daytime, roll over onto your right side of your body. This is the masculine side, the daytime. We're moving, we're shaking, we're baking, we're grooving, and pushing yourself up into a seated position. If you would like, you can always bring your hands to heart center. If that is not in your practice, just go ahead and do whatever you like with your hands. Maybe you want to vogue. I bring my hands to my heart center, bringing everything together, knowing that I hold everything that I need in the palms of my hands. Not only can I help myself, all I have to do is reach out and ask for help. So the whole universe is literally in the palm of your hands. As always, it has been an honor, a pleasure, and so good. Thank you for the interruptions from before. I hope you have a beautiful, blessed day, and I will see you tomorrow for day 8 of 30. Thank you so much. Happy day. I need my glasses so I can say, hey.